Namaste. Today I am going to talk about the technique called Swarayoga. The Swarayoga is a technique which is the highest of the pranayama. As your pranayama matures, you come into the Swarayoga. The Swarayoga was written by the great Matsyendranath in his book called Shiva Sarvodaya. I was actually learning the Siddha medicine from a man called Kannaya Naidu. And he told me one day, I came out of the house, I checked my Swara, it was wrong, so I went back. I was very surprised. I said, what is this? He said, Swaram Barpavan Param Barpan. Oh, he said, if you know Swara, you can know the Lord Paramashiva itself. And suddenly I prayed. I said, God, I want to know about all these things. There were so many books which came about. There was a man who gave the book on Jnana Siddha Korvai, in which the Swarayoga was written. I started getting a lot of information about Swarayoga. Then what happened was I started assembling all the technique. But I have a very unique way to learn. I will apply it in a situation. I will learn a technique, apply it in a situation, immediately see the result. There was no repetition was required. For example, one day I went to a journey. When I stepped out of the train, the Swara was wrong. Actually, the problem was I got down in Hyderabad instead of Secunderabad. So that turned out to be a big problem for me. I realized when the Swara was wrong, your journey itself can be wrong. Now, there was a man who was very sick. I went to meet him. He told my Swara was coming in one side. I realized that he was going to die as what it is written in the scriptures. So, and the last of the thing, I didn't know the timing, how to connect the timing. Today I can connect the Nadi astrology with the horoscope, with the timing. I found it very, very difficult. And one day I was there. It said, see the book of Swami Rama, Light and Fire. I went and saw. Swami Rama talked about Shiva Sarvodaya, and that he says the Swara will shift every 2 hours. And suddenly I got an insight, so 12 into 2. So 12 Rashis, 2 hours is 24 hours. I applied it, it was bang on. But then the Shiva Sarvodaya talks about the changes in the Shukla Paksh and the Krishna Paksh, which for a few days I worked with it and got it. In fact, the entire thing I had learned without a living teacher. I have taught this Swarayoga to many people. Swarayoga talks about holding your breath for 2.5 minutes if you want to go into the Samadhi state. It also talks about holding your breath for 1.5 minutes to go into a higher states of consciousness. That's why I actually challenge Jaggi Vasudev and Ravi Shankar to show. Ask them to go into the consciousness of the divine and let us check the breath whether you are enlightened. I found something very, very strange with all these so-called modern gurus. They will not do any sadhana. They will simply try to talk like Bhagavan Ramana. When there I got enlightened. How is that possible? Swarayoga talks about different siddhis. If you hold the breath, the longevity of the breath, it talks about that. It is there, and we also of course teach you the course across. The other most important thing is the kumbhaka part of the Swara is very important. The longer the kumbhaka, the greater the impact. Master Cho talks about the kumbhaka, the divine light coming inside. He's right. When you hold it and see the Urdu varieties, you can see a lot of divine light getting poured on as a person. It is superior to any other mudra, Shambhavi mudra, all that. I am not telling Shambhavi mudra is wrong. It was invented by the great Shambhavnath, whose temple is very close by to my place. Of course I appreciate it. But teaching all pedestrian things and telling only you want to be happy, why are you unhappy? It's all idiotic things. It's very simple. You take the Swara, your inhalation and exhalation is 30 seconds. You will automatically become happy. There is no need to go on telling you be happy, you be happy, you be happy, happy. There is no need to do all that thing. Just if the Swara is right, your mind will be alright. Patanjali talks about Praya and Vipraya, and your mind will not go into the Vipraya itself. Just your inhalation and exhalation must be for 30 seconds. Do a 12 cycle breath. Automatically you will become peaceful. There is no need to talk about all these pedestrian things. which are very, very LKG stuff is promoted by all these people. I just don't understand. This Swara Siddhi, I was conferred this Swara doctorate by 27, Mrityu Siddhi at the age of 21. So the point is, please understand that Swarayoga, if you want Ashtama Siddhi is nothing but the 8 chakras. The 8 chakras will be opened up. You will be able to control the chakra with your will, and you will be able to transform the physical limitation with that. That's why it's called Ashtama Siddhi. Of course, many people are not even aware that there is a Dakshina Murti for that. It's called Ashtama Siddhi Dakshina Murti. It is there in Madurai. It is in Madurai, is near a temple is there. It's called the Ashtama Siddhi Dakshina Murti. If you go to Madurai temple, you ask somebody there, that they will be able to guide you across. Swarayoga is a great technique followed by the Nath Parampara. Nath Parampara is nothing but, if you go to Shahi Snan, if you go to the Kumbh Mela, you will see some sadhus going on having a bath. Those people, they teach you the Nath Parampara. And it is called Shiva Sarvodaya. I am ever grateful to Matsyendranath for blessing me on all those beings, making me learn without any teacher. And of course, we teach that as a full class, but remember, your inhalation and exhalation must be for 2.5 minutes. Unless you reach the state, please don't claim yourself to be enlightened. Thank you so much.